as it stands right now. So Zimbabwe does have around 6 million registered voters, and we just had these elections, and we are going to use the results which are announced by Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. ZEC announced Mnangagwa with 52.6% and announced Nelson Chamisa with 44%. And let us go and see what is happening in the region entirely. So we are going to put this on the screen for reference sake. This is an opinion which I have brought here from Dr. Mataruse, and it's a very powerful opinion, and it's something I see worth having a discussion so that the people of Zimbabwe would understand who Nelson Chamisa is and how powerful he is. When we talk about Nelson Chamisa's power, we must be guided by reality. Notando, thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for this contribution. So Dr. Mataruse says, do you know that Nelson Chamisa holds the distinction of being the most successful opposition leader in the Southern African region, commanding a significant 44% support and securing no fewer than 103 seats in the 10th parliament? So if you take a look onto that, you understand that this is true. DA in South Africa, EFF in South Africa, and other opposition. South Africa does have a lot of opposition parties. Richard, how are you? But they have failed to have anything popular than the ANC, Iri1. And if you come back to Zimbabwe, we have Nelson Chamisa Ari1 managing ZANU-PF, while the other opposition parties are struggling. So let me put right here onto the screen this for you, so that you understand how things are in South Africa and how they look like. So we are going to look on the previous election and the current election. So the 2019 election is our focus right now. So you see that ANC had 62% in 2014, and in 2019 they had 57.50%. So right now, ANC, the current government of Cyril Ramaphosa, had 57.50%. The DA, which is the biggest opposition, got 20.77%. Both ANC and DA reduced their numbers, and ANC grew from 6% to 10%. So if you take a look on DA and EFF, together co-joined, Julius Malema and Mmusi Maimane were joining them, they can't reach 44%. We know that South Africa, yes, in terms of population, we have more people in South Africa than in Zimbabwe. But we are taking a look on the percentage in terms of votes, so that we measure the strength of Advocate Nelson Chamisa. So that the debate, Yekuti Chamisa is weak, Chamisa is not like Julius Malema, Chamisa this, Chamisa that. You get to understand, Kuti, you cannot measure Nelson Chamisa and compare him with people like Vana Julius Malema. Yes, Vana Juju, I understand that somehow, they are in a more relative political situation or a political environment, which is more fair. But if you look on Zimbabwe, it's different. The opposition in South Africa, they are allowed to do rallies. They are given more airtime. They are allowed to get funding from wherever they want. They have liberty. But if you come to Zimbabwe, Nelson Chamisa got 44% during the most difficult situation. So let me put this right here onto the screen for a clearer view. We have Cyril Ramaphosa there. Then we have Mmusi Maimane, we have Julius Malema. These are the top three in South African politics. In 2014, they won 249 seats, and in 2019, ANC got 230 seats. DA with 84 seats, EFF with 44 seats. So 57.50%, 20.77%, 10.80% respectively. So Nelson Chamisa, the opposition itself, if you say 20.77% plus 10.80%, that is around 31% there. Nelson Chamisa is still stronger than Julius Malema and Musi Maimane joined. Even if we add other parties zasara dzese opposition from South Africa, they cannot reach 44% of Nelson Chamisa. So if we are to put into consideration the majority of the people who supported the opposition who are in the diaspora, we have over 1 million people in the SADC alone. We have others in the UK, in China, in US, Canada, Australia. They are dotted all over the world. So if there was diaspora vote, you'd understand how significant and bigger Nelson Chamisa could be. So with just a few of his supporters around, those are the figures, Team Zimbabwe. And these are the figures of South Africa. With all they have, the opposition in South Africa can't beat Nelson Chamisa. So when you are told that Chamisa is weak, Chamisa is this, Chamisa is that, just know that these are sideshows. These are meant to distract you from the bigger objective, which is to suggest that Nelson Chamisa is the real deal. Nelson Chamisa is the person who can dislodge ZANU-PF at any point in time. Any point in time, it's Nelson Chamisa who can dethrone ZANU-PF. So all these leaders in the region, they understand the significance of Nelson Chamisa, the importance of Nelson Chamisa. That is the reason why they have to embrace him. So before Nelson Chamisa, we had President Hakainde Hichilema. President Hakainde Hichilema closed the gap by around 1 million over Edgar Lungu. That was a very, 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 very huge margin. And he did well in that election. That was historic. So we expected to see Zimbabwe opposition leaders embracing Advocate Nelson Chamisa, because if they fail to do so, they'll be doing injustice to themselves. Any reasonable leader will agree that Advocate Nelson Chamisa commands the biggest chunk of supporters. That is the reason why you see everybody and everyone is saying Chamisa to the action, Chamisa tipe signal. It's because they understand his power and significance. So to those who are saying Chamisa is weak, Malema is stronger, no, put Julius Malema in Zimbabwe and you realize that you will be nothing. He will be nothing, because here in Zimbabwe they will simply lock him up and deny him bail, and they will do nothing. They will do nothing. So this is my observation, and I agree with Dr. Mataruse, who is the founder of this argument we have today, where we were looking at how popular Nelson Chamisa is in and around the SADC region. So let me just take a few comments here before we end this program. Elvis Masikwa, thank you very much for coming. Precious Banda Notando, Richard Enoch, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Delia Mataure, thank you very much for coming. Libson Guerra, how are you? How are you, Libson? And morning. Ruth, morning. Collins, Ganzi, Mess doesn't lie. Good analyst, young man. Thank you very much, Colin. Bridget, hi. Anna, and the takuda kuzauti todi ine nyika yedu ichanaka were. Yes, nyika inonaka. Anna, Stembiso, morning. How are you? So nyika inonaka, guys. When we are talking about Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe is going to be the best country in the SADC region, because remember, Zimbabwe does have the most resources which we need for us to have a progressive nation. So believe me, Zimbabwe is being prepared for the bigger, for the good, and you start to see good things in months. You start to see good things happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. Charity Kapambanzi was the way forward. I think the leadership announced that they are actually working on something, and I believe that something is being worked because I know something is being worked. And nyika inotonaka vachida vasingade mambo. Thank you very much for this contribution. So, as I said yesterday, there is no need for us to rush. There is no need for us to hurry because we are not behind time. I need to tell you this. When it comes to the issues of liberating Zimbabwe, we are not behind. A struggle cannot be waged on a day and you succeed. You have to sit down, put things together. Then, when you move, you know for sure that you are making a definite move. But at this moment in time, let us remain resolute as the people of Zimbabwe. That is the reason why we have leadership. That is the reason why we have President Nelson Chamisa and his team in place, and they understand that the bigger objective is to win Zimbabwe for change. Not just for change, but for the benefit of everyone, not for the benefit of the elites. So let us continue to be vigilant, Team Zimbabwe, because I know for sure that change is coming. But change inofanira kusvikira wewe uri prepared, uri ready to have that change. If change comes and you are not ready, you will be left out. So this moment we are, it's time for you to prepare yourself, to position yourself, so that when change comes, you are not left out. Anna zvanzi takabatikana sure. Okay, msanyanya kubatikana na Zimbabwe. Morning, Magezi Eric. So, Black Man, how are you? So, Team Zimbabwe, this is my observation. In my view, I agree with Dr. Mataruse here that Chamisa is the strongest opposition leader in the SADC region, the entire SADC region. We have to make sure that we support him because I have been giving you that comparative. He is bigger than the entire South African opposition. ANC Ramaphosa is at 57+%. The entire opposition less than 44%, which Nelson Chamisa was fraudulently given by ZEC. So you understand and you agree that if the diaspora vote was allowed, if everybody had voted, izvezvizvi tingadai tichinyatsozwa kuti vakashaya kuti vangariga sei, but ndo zvazviri. So hanzi Mr. Makusha uyai inbox. I lost your number, please. Okay, right now let me put right here onto the screen my number. I had lost my phone, but I now have my number back. Ndakaidonhedzera mvura ndikaishaya. So let me put right here my number again. For those who want to get in touch with me, remember this is WhatsApp only. If you are looking for me via calls, you won't be able to get to me. This is WhatsApp only. So that is the number which is right here on the screen. I have placed my number on the screen. It's WhatsApp only. So for those who want to get in touch with me and for those who want to be part of our programs, you are also free. Okay. Mike Zganzmahat goes to all Zimbabweans. Not correct. Left in Zim in 2001. God bless Zimbabwe and all its people. ZANU-PF do the right thing by the nation. Yes, thank you very much, Mike, for that contribution. I think the time you left around 2001, it was the most tense period in Zimbabwe because of land reform program. Henry, ZANU is a confused lot and are trying to confuse us. We are resolute and resilient. We are in the wilderness and our last step is imminent. Yes, I agree. Thank you very much, Henry, for that contribution as well. Okay, let me put back my number right on the screen. Zimbabweans, let's stand up and build our country. Let's back up Chamisa. Yes, morning, we need action now. Time is going. What's the way forward? Whatever the action, we must be fast. Okay, Colin, Yesterday, we talked about how Nelson Chamisa is controlling whatever which is happening in Zimbabwe. That was the first step Nelson Chamisa was supposed to do. Take charge. Once you are in charge, then you make decisions. So right now, I believe that Zimbabwe is becoming ripe for President Nelson Chamisa to make a move. And you will see a move anytime from now. Be assured that you see a move anytime from now. And ZANU-PF knows about that. That is the reason why they're panicking and they're trying to throw tantrums everywhere. Okay, Hans, I hope something is going to be implemented for us to be free. Yes, freedom is coming. And zvinorwadza Thomas Mndoa, Chamisa and Mambo. Yes, we agree, Team Zimbabwe, that the only way is to back Nelson Chamisa. Everybody, vamuri kuona vachiti Chamisa this, Chamisa that, vese vakadzoka, they're asking Chamisa kuti give us the signal. So Team Zimbabwe, I don't want to continue to be here. Thomas, Letitia, thank you very much for coming, Team Zimbabwe. Keep on subscribing, keep on commenting, and also sharing. Don't forget to like Team Zimbabwe, because when you like our videos, they are shown to as many people as possible, and we create a community and we have a conversation each and every day regarding our country. Moven, hanzi takupera simba, hapana zvimwe zvatingaita here Zimbabwe, nekuti pari zvino tazosungirirwa muutapwa chaiwo, noti zvekunyeka. Moven, your situation is my situation. It's everyone's situation. Yes, we are coming each and every day to have a conversation, but we are not free in the nation of Zimbabwe. We are not safe in the nation of Zimbabwe. And the best way is to make sure that there is something which will bring a lasting solution to the Zimbabwean problem. So we cannot do things in a hurry. In myself, I don't believe in things which are done hurriedly, because you make a lot of mistakes. So I believe step by step, you have to make sure that you make your move, you make a decision, you plan accordingly, and you strike at the right moment. So silence of our leaders is very important, because you make your enemies guess. So it is to let us continue to rally and be vigilant and know what will be happening. What is very important is for you to know the legitimate sources of information for the sake yekuti panenge pakutaurwa kuti varume ngatidai action yakutorwa, you will be knowing what to do, because remember, ZANU-PF will be coming with their own propaganda and misinformation. So you have to know where to get your information, and you do exactly what the leaders will be saying, and you see Zimbabwe being freed anytime from now. We know for sure that this government is not going too far, because tinozvati chekuba handiti ngoma yekuba unoiridzira pai, hapana paunoiridzira. That is the reason why they are panicking and they are attacking everyone. And in the process, they've attacked the SADC, they've attacked the Zambia. Everybody is an enemy to ZANU-PF. Colin, thank you very much. Let me end it here. I have overstayed here. So we have a lot to talk today. Yesterday, I spent the whole day at work. So today we have a lot to talk, and I need to end it right here. Thank you very much for coming. Keep on liking, commenting, and sharing.